Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Let's talk about the rim cylinder. Here we are here. So these are commonly used on rim cylinder locks like your 355, Lockwood 001. Let's talk about the tailpiece. Now the tailpiece often has to be cut to size. And don't worry, if you cut it too small, we sell spares. Link in the description. Alright, let me show you how to remove it. So I like to use a flat blade screwdriver. There's a little lunk in this cutout section right here. And watch how I do it. I just grab it, just push it like so, and turn it round. The tailpiece comes out, use my flat blade, and pop it out like that. So having a look at this circlip right here, this is like a squeeze-on circlip, and there is a certain way that goes in and a certain way it comes off. You might want to use pliers and just spread it and then just pop it off. You can do that, that's perfectly fine. I'm just a little bit, lazy and just use whatever tools I got on hand. To put it back in, you simply pop it in that way, and then you put the horseshoe back on. Make note that the horseshoe goes like that. Keep the luck in. There's a reason for that, and I'll tell you in a second. Once you got it on, give it a little tighten with your pliers, just give it a little squeeze, making sure that the nipple is in the cutout, and then I'd be quite happy with that. Then you need to test it, remove your key, put your key back in, test it, it moves. If you find that your circlip is on there too tight and it's binding, turn it a quarter of a turn and give it what we call a love tap. What that does is that then allows this circlip not to be binding on the housing and the plug, and it gives it that 1 little millimeter or half a millimeter of room, allowing it then to rotate freely. If it's too tight and it rotates off by the pressure of the key turning, what you'll end up with is you'll end up with this whole plug coming out and this tailpiece disconnecting. Very bad. So you want to make sure that it's tight, moves, key goes in, key comes out. Now the reason we do it up like a horseshoe to keep the luck, or whatever you want to say, is that when it's in a door like this, if you turn your key all the way around, these little tips of this circlip can actually touch the wood on the door and actually undo themselves. I have seen it happen, and I've been told it does happen. So because it's offset and the center of this cylinder is not in the center, it's below, you actually need to put those little 2 notches in the middle rather than down the bottom. You can put it on upside down. If you were to do it upside down, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time it's flat surface to the cylinder and then slightly dome surface facing upwards. And to remove it, once again, I'll just show you. You just grab any screwdriver, push against that little nipple, push like so, push like so. Be careful not to stab yourself. It can happen. Okay, you get it out just a little bit like that. It's gone back now. Take your tailpiece out, and then you can simply just use the flat blade and just work it out like so. So if you put it on that way or you put it on that way, it's not a huge deal, but generally the flat side will go to the flat side here. You can also just pop it in there like so, move it around, pop your tailpiece in like so, and then just bring it back around. And that's the way I like to do it. If you do it differently, leave it in the comments down below. Pushing that little nipple into that milled out section there, giving it a squeeze, making sure that it's digging into the plug like so, and there you go, it's on. And then once again, testing it with your key goes in, key goes out, cylinder turns, and this circlip is not going to come loose via hitting the wood, because it can. Alright, so you're going to say, okay, I've put my circlip on and it doesn't fit on. Sometimes with some restricted plugs and housings, you've got a housing by one manufacturer, you've got the plug from another manufacturer. Sometimes you actually need to pan these out. What I mean by panning out is that you would put it on a flat piece of steel, your circlip, and you would hammer it down like so, moving the metal outwards, which would make it actually thinner. When it's thinner, then you'll be able to get it around. Oh, get rid of that. Take note that you do actually have to get it under the actual lip. There's a little lip around here. This circlip has to go under there, has to be free, and it has to allow the key to turn, like so. If you try and take your key out and you can't, or you can't get your key in, it's got too much pressure, it might be a sign that your circlip is too tight against the housing and the plug, and what that is doing is not allowing that 1/5 of a millimeter for that key to slide in and out. If this circlip is not there, what will happen is the plug, the center plug here, the pins will not allow it to go up into the top part of the housing where the top pins are held. So if that happens, you got to pull your key out. Your bottom pins are going to hit the housing rather than hit the chambers, which are above the pinholes, and you won't be able to get your key in or out. So if you do have a problem with getting a key in and out, it's most likely the lengthways play, and that can be done by the circlip, either being too tight or too loose. Once it's in there properly, you can turn it round and round all day, and nothing's going to happen. If it's not in correctly and it disconnects, you can end up with a situation where your front cylinder is disconnected from your back half of your lock, which means you've then got a big problem on your hands. All right, that's how you do a 201 rim cylinder circlip. Thanks for watching.